Breaking news mga kababayan. Nako po, nasupalpal si Lacson at Tito Soto dito sa ex-SP Franklin Drilon, Soto Ligarda power sharing talks. Hala ka mga kababayan. Matindi po ito. Bakit kaya? Totoo kaya na nasuplak ito? At former SP Franklin Drilon, pabor na pabor kay Sara. Hala ka. Totoo kaya mga kababayan? Ito po ang pasabog. Iyakan na mga tangalista, bobolista, napaluhod na. Yari na mga kababayan. Ultimo si Franklin Drilon. Pabor na kay Sara Duterte. Hala ka, Marcoleta, tandem, superpower na ito. Laglag na mga dilawista. Mga tangalista, yari. O, panoorin po natin mga kababayan, totoo kaya ang lahat ng ito. Yan kasi ang sabi-sabi sa mga komento, kaya panoorin po natin para malaman natin ang katotohanan.
And joining us this morning is former Senate President Franklin Drilon. Senator Drilon, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Karen. How are you?
I'm good, and my apologies that we are not in the same room this morning, Senator. I apologize for that.
That's okay. No problem. No issue.
All right, I want to ask you, let's start first with the Senate shakeup. The talk that Senator Loren Legarda might be the first female Senate president before the end of this Congress. In other words, before the elections of 2028. Has this ever happened before, an agreement of this nature?
No, it hasn't happened before, but the period before the end of the term of the Senate President Soto could mean it is after the election, and what will be left would be the proclamation of the President by the Senate and the House acting as a National Board of Canvassers. I don't think there will be anything that will be of note once that proclamation is done. So the Senate presidency will be purely ceremonial at that point. That's how I view it. I do not know what the real agreement is, and I'm just assessing that at the end of Senate President Soto's term is for the Senate to act as a board of canvassers with the House, this being, or 2028, being an election year, and the Congress will act as a National Board of Canvassers.
Ayan mga kababayan, ginagawa kasing bulagaan ng Senado ngayon itong pagiging SP. May sharing pang nalalaman mga kababayan na tila may niluluto na sekreto na mabaho. Yan po ang sabi ng mga komento. Ginagawang itbulaga ni Tito Soto ang mga tao. Wala namang alam dito sa pagganap ng pagiging SP. Nagkahetot-hetot na ang Blue Ribbon Committee. At itong si Lacson, walang nangyayari na ginagawa. Tignan nyo, nasan ang flood control? Wala. Ngaw-ngaw ng ngaw-ngaw. Yan ang sabi ng mga tao. Diba mga kababayan? Tapos itong pagpapalit, itong kudeta, meron palang lihim na sekreto dito na nabisto ni Marcoleta. Tuloy pa natin.
That is towards the end of the term of Senate President Tito Soto.
Okay, does this seem as tokenism to you, Senator Drilon?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I have it again?
Does it seem as tokenism? Tokenism. It's like it's a token.
I don't want to go into a description of what the situation is. I am just reacting on the basis of the facts as reported by your state, by media.
Okay. Now, usually changes in Senate leadership would mean that the minority has gotten the numbers and they are unhappy with the leadership of the present majority or the leadership then. what do you think is going on right now, or what is causing even potential shakeups under the leadership of Senate President Tito Soto? Kumbaga, ba't ito nangyayari sa kanya?
There is no doubt that these are all related to the 2028 presidential elections. If Tito Soto remains as Senate President and the House of Representatives would elevate the impeachment complaint to the Senate, a trial will take place. And Senator Soto has already stated that. If Soto is replaced, then there is a great chance that even if the impeachment complaint against Vice President Duterte reaches the Senate, there will be no trial, as it has happened in the past months when there was an issue as to whether the trial should take place forthwith. So that, to me, is the implication of this event, of this series of events. It is quite unfortunate, Karen, that we have a Senate composed of 24 political parties because there are 24 senators. So, Senator Soto cannot rely on any party by support, but would have to rely on his own political skill, which he has plenty. So, that is what
Oh, natatawa tuloy ako. Yung skill daw ni Tito Soto, plenty daw. Saan po doon na si former President SP Drilon, nasaan ang skill nito? Siguro palabok na lang si Drilon dito para hindi masaktan itong si Tito Soto. Nakita niyo naman ang ginagawa. Gustong buwagin ang saligang batas dahil nga ayaw itong desisyon ng Korte Suprema, at itong si Bonjing naman, mga kababayan, ay allegedly gusto po nilang ipaimbestiga yung 15 na justices. Baka daw may under the table at ito ay nasuhulan. Kaya umano ay na basura ang impeachment ni Sara Duterte. Ito yung kanilang usap-usapan na bali-balita sa social media na di umano ay iimbestigahan yung 15 na hurado. Kita nyo, mga kababayan? Saan kayo nakakita na pinaghihinalaan nila ang Korte Suprema na bias daw yung kanilang desisyon? At sinabi ni Tito Soto dito na walang dissenting decision. Nakita nyo, mga kababayan? Nako po, kung ano-ano na sinasabi nila, hindi nila matanggap yung desisyon ng korte.
we have today. And I think this is one of the reforms we should have if ever we should amend the Constitution to review the suitability of a multi-party system in a presidential system where politicians can change party affiliation as often as they change their outfit, and therefore there is no stability whatsoever. So in many instances, it is the tail wagging the dog insofar as the Senate President is concerned, because the Senate President would always have to work on the support individually of 13 senators, whereas in a two-party system, if he is nominated by a political party who has control of the chamber, he just have to talk to his party and not to the individual 24 senators and proceed and implement their political platform because they have control of the institution. That is a situation that prevailed before martial law of FM, but with martial law, he abolished all political parties. So we have a chop suey of a political party system in our country today.
Okay, but Senator, I believe this was a few days ago. You did say that if Tito Soto is ousted as Senate President, you said that most likely there will be no impeachment trial if the new Senate President comes from the minority. Your exact quote is the Senate trial will not push through based on what we've seen in the past few months. But even if there is a new Senate President, is the Senate able as a body to decide not to pursue the impeachment trial when they are constitutionally mandated to convene as an impeachment court? Kumbaga, do they have a choice?
Well, Karen, remember that impeachment is a political process, partly political and partly legal. And therefore, whether or not how the Senate will act at a certain point will be influenced by the politics in the chamber and the country. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. Senator Cheese was perceived to be leaning towards Vice President Duterte. He may not like it, but the impression was that he delayed the impeachment trial because it is not favorable for the Vice President to be tried in an impeachment trial with full view of the public, and it is not good for 2028. So believe me, Karen, the events in today's Senate, the changes, the threats on the leadership is all related to 2028.
O nakita nyo mga kababayan, itong ginagawa nila na pagkakaso ng kung ano-ano kay Sara Duterte, ito ay dahilan ng 2028 presidential election. Takot na takot sila na umabot si Sara sa 2028 dahil nga po itong si BP Sara ay talagang sumabog po ang survey. Talagang umangat ng umangat. Kung ikukumpara kina Risa Hontiveros, Remulla, John Vic na sinasabi niya hindi raw siya tatakbo kung hindi siya iindurso ni BBM. Pero sabi naman ni Ses Drilon, really? Sabog ka ba? Parang ganun mga kababayan eh. Pinaganda lang yung pagkakasabi eh. Sa kabila ng negative rating, anong maitutulong ni BBM sa'yo? Mga kababayan, ito ang sinasabi niya. Ito yung sinabi niya eksakto. Hindi ko lang matandaan kung ano yung talagang sinabi niya, pero babasahin ko na sa inyo para malinaw. Ito po sinasabi ni... Ito po mga kababayan, sabi kasi niya I will not run if he, BBM, doesn't endorse me. Sabi naman ni Ses Drilon, with his negative ratings, how can that endorsement mean anything? Parang nasupalpal dito si John Vic Remulla. Bobo ka ba? Parang ganun eh. Yun yung sabi ng komento eh. Hindi nag-iisip si Remulla. Anong maitutulong? Kung sakali si BBM ay i-endorse ka, negative na ang rating ng amo mo. Eh kaya nasuplak siya ni Ses. Ano? Nag-iisip ka ba? Mga kababayan, ang akala ni kasi malakas pa rin ang karisma ni BBM pero wala na mga kababayan. Pinayoko ni Sara Duterte dahil nga sa mga pangyayari, yung low performance, yung nangyayaring graft and corruption sa bansa, walang napapakulong, pangako ng pangako, yung economy natin bagsak, yung sinasabi nila na pagpapakulong sa mga mastermind, sa mga big fish, pangako ng pangako, wala. Hanggang ngayon wala, puro pipitsugin na butiki. Ang mga naipakulong si Diskaya, wala yan. Maliit lang yan. Sila Bong Revilla, maliliit lang yan. Pero mga big fish talaga, wala. Talagang cover up. Yan po ang sinasabi ng mga tao So ngayon mga kababayan, itong sinasabi ni Franklin Drilon, ang lahat ng nangyayari ngayon na impeachment ay dahil sa 2028. Parang ganun eh, 'di ba? Hindi ko man sakto na ano yung sinasabi niya, pero parang ganun yung nangyayari dito.
Now, Senate President Tito Soto in an interview said he was the one who actually exposed it, that a minority senator approached Loren Legarda and offered Legarda the Senate presidency, and she declined, right? So she didn't want to side with a minority. Because of that, Senate President Tito Soto then acquiesced and offered Legarda a part of the Senate presidency. So ang tanong dito, these are two leaders that are still with a majority at this point. Do you believe that if there's a change in leadership and it becomes Legarda, there's a possibility hindi matutuloy ang impeachment trial?
Matutuloy po because, all right, from whom did I hear, media quoted, I think it was Senator Soto, who said, or it could be another senator, who said that senator is Senator Bongo. Look back at our recent political history. We knew that Bongo wanted to go for a higher office, if I recall correctly, as president. And, because he was not a political ally of Sara Duterte, Sara decided to run for president initially. So Bongo could no longer run as president. So you relate that to the political events today. Assuming that the media reports are correct, that Senator Bongo was the one who wanted to move to the majority. Look at that. He wants to move to the majority so that the impeachment trial may have a chance of proceeding, of taking place. And no matter how you look at it, that would be harmful to the quest of Sara Duterte to be president in 2028.
You believe that, Senator Drilon? Let's say the impeachment trial pushes through in the Senate. Do you believe that would be harmful to Sara Duterte's presidential bid, or it could go into the reverse and even help her bid?
Well, it's of us to our own opinion. But being exposed on national television to a trial of alleged shenanigans in the office of the vice president will be harmful to the quest of the vice president to become president in 2028. I think common sense would dictate that if you are subjected to this kind of a publicity, your chances, it will affect your chances in the next presidential election. That's the most logical way to look at this. So it is to the interest of those allied with the vice president to refrain from or to push for a change of leadership in the Senate because the sympathies of Senator Soto has been expressed that he would want to go to trial of the impeachment complaint. And by the way, that position of Senator Soto should be valid whether it's Sara Duterte or Bongbong Marcos who will be under trial in an impeachment case.
Ayan, mga kababayan ko. Ano masasabi nyo dito? Itong mga komento that the thought that Drilon could be president is encouraging. Yung high ni Senate President Drilon pang soprano charot. Nice to see him fresh and happy. How can you look at the mirror or look on the evidence if you're part of the process? Ako po. That's the problem of multi-party system not suitable in the Philippines due to balimbing. Mahiya naman kayo and mindset. Ang mindset ay ang bulsa paano mapuno, never-ending corruption. Senator Drilon character is durable. Evidence this, evidence that. Has anyone ever stopped to think that the evidence could be tampered with and destroyed in order to get away in crimes. Sarah is needed the woman to beat in 2028. All signs, all efforts say the same thing. First, super proud. Dapat bangag impeach. Yan, very clear corruption is real. Naku po mga kababayan. So anong masasabi nyo ngayon dito sa mga pasabog na ito? Na ginagawa nilang impeachment para ginagawa nila ang lahat para pabagsakin si Sarah. Na pinagtulong-tulungan na nila mga kababayan. Okay po. Yan lamang po ang ating bahagi. For transparency, for better democracy. Mabuhay po at sabihin nyo po kung taga saan po kayo mga kababayan. At salamat po.